Hello, 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 hello. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Growth Habits with Ngozi. How are we doing? How is our day going? I trust we are having an awesome, awesome day. Well, so who is here? Who is here? We are starting a new series today, and I'm truly excited as usual, but I know you're going to enjoy what we have for you this month, this series. So please, if you join me, let me know your name. Let me know where you're joining me from. If you're a new person that is watching us or joining us for the very first time, please do let me know. If you're one of my committed followers, people that have been here with us from the very beginning, also let me know. So please, as I said, we're starting a new series today, and I am truly excited about this series. Truly, truly excited about it. We're going to be talking about health and awareness and wellness. You see, I've started talking because of excitement. Health and wellness. That is what we are going to be talking about today. And for the rest of this month, and maybe the first week of October, not sure of the first week of October yet, but for the rest of this month of September, we'll be talking about health and wellness. This is Growth Habits with Ngozi. We're here every Tuesday, right here live on Facebook. Remember, I am your personal guide on the journey of growth. I take you by the hand and I walk the walk with you. It's not about just showing you what to do. It's not about just telling you what to do. It's the walking the walk with you, going on that journey of growth right alongside with you. So, we're going to go right into it in a few minutes. We're going to go right into it in just a few minutes. But health and wellness is something that many of us, I don't know whether to say we don't know much about or that we choose to somehow ignore. You know, um, we want to live healthy lives, of course. We want to be known as healthy people, but the things that are needed to actually live out that life, many of us were not bothered, but we can't be bothered. Let me even put it that way. We are okay just, the way we are. We are okay living the life that we live. We are okay doing the things that we usually do. And we truly still expect everything to be okay. We still expect to live the good life. We still expect to have health. We still expect to be well. But you see, you really cannot have health and you can't be well without putting in some efforts into it. Is absolutely impossible. So in this series, we're going to be looking at different aspects. We're not just going to concentrate on one aspect of health, because in the health is not even, it's not one thing. It's not one thing. It's a combination of many things. And we will try to touch on as many of the aspects as possible: mental health, physical health, healing, as a part of our health and wellness journey. We'll try and touch on all of those things in this series. So, welcome once again to Growth Habits. Wow, I am Ngozi, and I'm your personal guide on this journey of growth. So I want to believe that we are ready to take off on this journey of health and wellness. Health and wellness. So I always want to kick off with a definition that I saw. And this definition is from the World Health Organization. So it's not, it's the generally accepted definition. And the World Health Organization defines health as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. Welcome, Ifani. I'm glad you're joining me this afternoon. See, for most people, when we talk of health, it means the absence of disease, it means the absence of infirmity. But as defined by the World Health Organization, this is the end all, of health. They should know everything about it because they are the World Health Organization. They say that health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. So this tells me that health is not just that I didn't go to the hospital, I didn't sleep in the hospital. It's not just that I don't have malaria or any of those things. It is just the state in which physically, mentally, socially, I'm okay. That is when I can say I am in health. Many of us, because we are not sick, because we are not, we don't have any disease, because we don't have any disease, we believe that that is all. It means we're healthy, but it's not so, according to the World Health Organization. So health is a beyond that I'm not sick. And I believe that we truly need to work on our health. We truly need to take the steps necessary to have good health. We truly need to take it serious that we are healthy and not just, okay, I'm not feeling sick, and we leave it at that. So, as I said, this series, we're going to try and touch different aspects of health. We're going to try and touch different areas of health. We're going to try and actually concentrate more on wellness than just health. But of course, health is all encompassing already, but we'll try and concentrate on wellness, on our state of being, instead of the absence of sickness, the absence of disease. Okay, so that is the World Health Organization definition of health. And they also say that health includes your social, your economic, and your physical environments. These are all things that can determine that you're in health. Your social, your economic, your physical environment, your individual characteristics, your behavior, all these things put together determine your state of health. So we can see that is really all encompassing. And health is something that we need to take seriously. It goes beyond exercising, of course. It goes beyond dieting. It is all encompassing, and it's something we need to take seriously so that we improve our, level of life on this earth. We're on this earth. We can't change that. We're here. For those of us that are Christians, yes, we have heavenly expectations, but we're here on earth. Right now, we are physically present here, and we need to ensure that our stay here is the best that it can be. We need to ensure that in every ramification, we are taking care of what needs to be taken care of. So to maintain health, it depends on external things, but also it depends on some internal things. It's not just about, oh, my environment is polluted, because sometimes we look at it that the environment is polluted, so I can't be healthy. You actually can. You actually can. So it involves both the external environment, but also the efforts that we make, the intelligent choices that we make in life, the intelligent lifestyle choices that we make. All of this put together ensures that we are in health. We are in health. And that is what is important for each and every one of us. Now, there's also a definition of wellness, which I would like to share with us. And it says, wellness is a process through which people become aware of and make choices towards a more successful existence. Can you imagine that? I mean, this is truly all encompassing. Wellness is an active process through which people become aware of and make choices toward a more successful existence. So you see, wellness is all about you. Your health could even be determined by someone else or something else. Your health can be determined by your environment. Like I said, maybe you live in a place that is polluted and the pollution is affecting you. That is an external factor that could affect your health. I hope I'm being heard. I hope that I'm being heard. I'm being heard clearly. Please let me know if I'm being heard and I'm being heard clearly. So health, wellness is conscious. It is self-directed. It is a process. It's something that comes from the choices that we make. You can see that's the difference between health and wellness. Health could be, affected by external forces, but your wellness is your doing, is affected by your choices, which means that even in an environment that's toxic, even in an environment that is not safe, in quote, even in an environment that does not promote good health, you can practice wellness. You can practice wellness and you can be well, or you can have a life that is described as well, that is successful, that makes your existence much more enjoyable. So wellness is a choice. Is a choice. And I would encourage each of us to make this choice to be well. Many of us, we have one sickness or the other in our bodies, and it makes our experience not as enjoyable as it could possibly be. But when we make the choices that are necessary for wellness, when we make those choices, we will find that even if there is a disease in your body, you can live a rich life. You can experience life fully and better. Because I know that many a times when we have a disease in our body, we begin to kind of give up because we feel, the disease will ravage our body. There are some effects of that disease. There are some things we can or cannot do. It just changes, the quality of our lives. But when we make the right choices, we can still live life to its fullness because we have chosen wellness above all. Okay, so generally, they say, according to the professionals, I'm not a wellness coach, I'm not a health practitioner, but I just have some ideas and I've done a little bit of research also, and I've made up my mind to live a life that is full. It's a decision. Like I said, I've made up my life to live a full life, irrespective irrespective of maybe there's one disease or the other in my body. Even though I don't accept, I do not agree, I believe that disease should not survive in my body. Even if it comes, it shouldn't survive. There's a difference. Many of us, when we are attacked by, disease, one disease or the other, maybe because of the environment, because remember that some of the diseases are born out of the environment that we find ourselves. Even in that situation, you can accept that that sickness, that infirmity remains. And once you accept, it remains. And you can reject and say, okay, you have come, no problem. Maybe I was, it was in my unguarded moment that you jumped in, but now I don't accept. You cannot remain. And that sickness, that disease will not be able to remain. This is part of the decision that we make to, walk in wellness. It's not to accept disease as, what can I do? Is there. For example, I don't even know what to use for example because I don't even want to use any sickness whatsoever as an example. But let's just even take one of the smallest ones, headaches. Many of us will suffer with headaches, maybe born of stress, maybe even the one that is called migraine, which is not even just stress induced. And we change the way we live because of that sickness. If you're someone that suffers migraine headaches, you know that it can get to a point where you can't even think because of the pain you're going through. It gets to a point where you take days off of work because of a headache. Now, I'm not trying to belittle what anyone that has migraine is going through. I can't even attempt to do that because I've not experienced it, but I've had headaches that are blinding. I've had them. So I have an idea. I don't understand fully what it means to have a migraine, but I've had debilitating headaches in a way that all I want to do is just lie down. Even the lying down doesn't seem to help. Because usually when I have a headache, I drink water, I lie down, I'm good. But there are some that come and it's like, my head is about to fall. It feels like this head is not part of my body any longer. But in that, I can choose to sit in that pain and allow the rest of my day, the rest of my life, if possible, to be ruled by that pain. Or I can choose to make some changes in my life, in my experience, in my belief, in whatever that will better my life, that will better my experience. And that is what I want us to concentrate on in looking at health and wellness in this coming month. Those decisions we ourselves take, those life changes that we make, that is able to improve our state of being, that's able to improve our state of wellness. So I'm told that there are 3 tenets from study of wellness. And one is that wellness is a conscious, self-directed, and evolving process of achieving full potential in life. A conscious, self-directed, and evolving process. So it's changing. The process of wellness changes. It's not because, this is what I'm doing today, so I must do it for the rest of, no. It changes as the conditions change, as our bodies change, as our systems change. We also change the process that will help us attain wellness. So it is considered a conscious, self-directed, and evolving process of achieving full potential in our health, in our life, in our well-being. The next is that wellness is multidimensional and is holistic. It encompasses lifestyle, mental, spiritual well-being, and also our environment. So for us to experience wellness, it has to be all round, holistic, whole life in every aspect. So if you, for example, take care of your body, you exercise, you eat right, you sleep well, all those things, and you don't take care of your mind, you are not experiencing wellness. So it has to be holistic, complete, total, everything, all inclusive for you to experience wellness. So we can differentiate by saying health is a state of being, but wellness is a state of living a healthy lifestyle. So wellness is all about you. I repeat this. Wellness is all about you, all about your decisions, all about your intentionality. That is wellness. Health can be affected by external factors, but your wellness cannot be affected by external factors. Cannot be affected by external factors. You choose to live that full life. You choose to live that life that is all encompassing. Your choice. And as I said, it is wellness we are going to be concentrating more on in this series, because that is the one that has to do with you. That is the one that has to do with your decisions. That is the one that has to do with your intentions. Abigail, welcome. Welcome. I'm glad that you joined me this afternoon. I hope I didn't miss out any other person that joined and I didn't welcome you. Please, I welcome you even right now. For those that watch the replay, you're welcome. You're welcome. Introduce yourself if you can, so that I will know who you are and, if possible, where you are joining me from. Yes. So, like I said, we're talking about health and wellness in this month. And health, as I said, can be affected by external factors. It can. But wellness is all about you. It's all about you. It's not about the things that are happening around. It's about what you decide to do, what decisions you take, what lifestyle changes you make, what activities you decide to embark on, what things you choose to do every day. That's why in defining wellness, they said it's an evolving process. Yes, it's your choice. Your environment cannot affect your wellness. It is you. Your environment affects your health, but your wellness is completely your choice. Because, okay, let me go back to my headache example. Now, my environment maybe affected the headaches that I had. Maybe it's possible because, let's say, the environment where I stay is very stuffy. The air is not good quality. I could develop headaches. I could. That is affected by my environment. But that I choose to eat well, I choose to take enough fluids. This could help my the headaches to reduce or even go away. That I choose to have good quality sleep. See, that is my choice now. That has nothing to do with the stuffiness of the environment. It has nothing to do with that the air is not good quality. I can improve my oxidation by eating oxidant-rich foods. My choice. My choice. I can decide to make sure I walk every day, taking as much fresh air as is possible. My choice. Or I can sit in my house and take in the polluted air and then continue to have these headaches. The choice for wellness is ours. So we do need to have that in mind as we go through the topics we're going to talk about in this month. We will deal with wellness as it relates to, like exercise. We will deal with wellness as it relates to our mental health, in our environment. And we will deal with it as it relates to healing. But see, if God heals you and you continue living the life you have been living before the healing, the sickness will come back. Has nothing to do with, faith. I have faith in God. For example, you had one sickness, one disease, and by the mercies of God, you receive your healing. And then you still live the life that led to that sickness. What do you think will happen? It does not negate God's ability to heal. It does not. He heals for sure. And he makes whole for sure, no doubt. But after he has healed, after he has made whole, you go back to living an unhealthy life. What do you think will happen? What do you think will happen? So many a times we give God a bad name when the problem was that we could not make the choices needed to sustain what God has done in our bodies, to sustain the healing he has given to us. We make the wrong choices. We do the wrong things. We eat the wrong foods. And then we say the healing was not sustained. Why? We didn't do what needed to be done. So wellness is a choice. It's a choice. Then there are 5 pillars according to medical practitioners, according to World Health Organization and people that are in health, the health business. 5 major pillars to health and wellness, as they put it. 1 is hydration. See, our bodies are mostly water, mostly. And we find it difficult to maintain that hydration. They say drink 8 bottles of water, 8 liters, whatever. Drink it. Drink it. Water. Drink. We need to keep our bodies hydrated. Because in the process of living, we lose water. We lose water. We sweat. We cry. We do other things. We lose these fluids. Just replace it. See, someone like me, I don't like to drink water because water does not have taste. I have a sweet mouth. But I have now to help myself because I know that if you leave me, I might not get up and go and drink water. If you leave me as me. But see, this thing I'm talking about, the decision to be well is yours. I have these bottles are everywhere now. They're not even expensive anymore. They used to be expensive when they came out, but now everybody has them. They're everywhere. Walk into the market, you'll find them. These, bottles that have graduated levels of, fluid. Buy it, keep it with you. Drink. Hydrate your body. You'd also notice that when you are drinking a lot of water, your body is not wrinkled. Do you see that there is a benefit to keeping hydrated? Drink water. There's something one of my health coaches says. She says, drink water and mind your business. Simply because as you're drinking, you will be going to use yourself. So you'll be too busy to be into people's business. You'll be too busy to be into other people's business. So drink, hydrate yourself. Understand that wellness is a choice. It's not just because the World Health Organization or health practitioners say you should drink water. Just look at yourself. Look at your body. Think of what we are made of. There's a lot of fluid at work in the makeup of a human being. Welcome, Kelechi. Welcome, Neka. Glad that you joined me this afternoon. So drink the water. See, if you find it difficult to drink plain water, drop a lemon, a slice of lemon inside. Drop a cucumber inside. It changes the taste. It makes it maybe more interesting for you. Just make sure you are hydrated. Drink the water. It is a choice. It is a choice. Another pillar is nutrition. Eat the right foods. See, I don't believe in saying some foods are bad. I really don't. Because what that does is that it sets me up to kind of crave those ones I call bad. This is human nature. Anything we are told we can't have, our body wants to have it. It's human nature. And they say, oh, ice cream is bad. You want to lick ice cream. They say eating cake is bad. You want to eat cake. That is what your body will just be craving. But when you don't think of foods as bad or good, yeah, when you don't think of it as bad or good, it's just that for now, I don't need this one. You find that you make right choices when it comes to nutrition. You eat the right foods. Now, when I hear people say they're on a diet, I'm trying to lose weight, so no more cake, no more ice cream, no more whatever. Oh, I can't eat any starch anymore. It doesn't work, let me tell you. That thing works for a while. It doesn't work for sustained wellness. It doesn't work. It only works for maybe 1 month, 2 months. Then your body begins to crave those things you have called bad, those things you have taken out of the equation. Your body begins to crave them. And when you take them again, back to square one. So learn to eat everything, basically, but in the right proportions. In the right proportions. Eat your rice, but ensure that in eating rice, the quantity of rice on your plate is much smaller than the quantity of vegetables on that same plate. Take your swallow, as we call it in Nigeria. Take it. Take your eba. Take your pounded yam. Take your fufu, whichever one you like. But ensure that in taking that fufu, the quantity of the swallow is smaller than the soup. Eat the cake once in a while. You don't have to eat cake every day. Eat the cake once in a while. But train yourself to eat one slice. So if you can discipline yourself to eat one slice of cake, cake will not have any hold over you anymore. Because you can have cake if you want. You can take your ice cream if you want. You can eat pizza if you want. But because you have worked on yourself and you are able to take one slice of pizza, eat one slice of cake, take one scoop of ice cream, it's not a problem anymore for you. So nutrition is important because we have to eat. You have to eat to live. We're not eating food for really anything except to stay alive. Because we need food to survive. So eat to live. Don't live to eat. Eat to live. Eat the right things. Eat them in the right proportions. Don't remove any food from your diet. Honestly, I truly do not believe in taking out some types of food and say they are bad. I can't eat this. For me, it doesn't work. And for many people, it does not work. It only works for, like I said, 2 months, 3 months. Then you go back. So just remember, wellness is your choice, is a choice. Make the choice to eat a little starch because your body needs starch. Eat a little, but eat more vegetables, eat more fruits, eat more of the foods that are good for your body. Eat more antioxidant rich food. Eat more anti-inflammatory food. Eat more of those ones, but don't throw away the others. There's this diet app I came in contact with, was it last year or 2 years ago? It's called Noom, Noom. Noom is very good because it classifies foods as red, green, or yellow foods. There is no food that is bad. It encourages you to eat more green foods, which are foods that are more liquid in nature, that has more water content. Green foods. Eat some yellow foods, foods that are not quite as liquid in nature. They are still they're still good for you. And then eat less of the red foods. Eat less of it. When you see food in this way, food will not have a hold over you. That we are, adding weight up and down is because food has a hold on us. That we are not able to maintain a good, healthy weight. Food has control over you. It's not you. You're not eating to live. You're living to eat. Yes, Noom app. Yes, Neka. Try it. If maybe you need help, try the Noom app. It helps you. It talks about your mindset. It helps you understand that these things are a matter of the mind more than of the body. It helps you. And it will also help when you select the foods you eat. It will tell you whether the foods are more red or more yellow or more green. It will show you. And it will tell you that for the day you have had all the red foods you should have. Maybe by morning you've taken all your red food. So you know that for the rest of the day, no more red food for me. But you ate the red food. So remember, this wellness, it is a choice. It is an intentional thing. It's something you make your mind about and you do. It's not about your environment. It's not about what happened or what is happening. It's about you making the right choices. Okay, the next pillar, we've talked about hydration. These are the pillars of health and wellness according to World Health Organization and according to health practitioners. Hydration, nutrition, sleep. Now this one, sleep. There's this confusion is should you get 8 hours, 6 hours? Some people will tell you if you're sleeping 8 hours, then you cannot succeed in life. Have you heard those people? I'm sure we've heard all these. If you are sleeping 8 hours in a day, you cannot succeed because you're wasting away your life in sleep. Or some will say what an adult needs is 6 hours of sleep, or you can live on 4 hours of sleep. Do you know, for me, it's not a matter of 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 8 hours. What is the quality of that 8-hour sleep? What is the quality of the 5-hour sleep? Do you know that somebody can sleep for 2 hours, quality sleep, wake up and is energized more than the person that slept 8 hours? And in that 8 hours, you're tossing and turning. I was speaking with my brother and the wife the other day, and I'm like, it started with a game show we were watching, and they talked about when you go to bed, how long does it take you from that time you go to bed to when you sleep? I'm like, 10 minutes is long. 10 minutes for me, for me, is long. Unless I don't want to sleep. So I'm still pressing phone or I'm still watching TV. But once I am ready to sleep, 10 minutes is long. Yeah, 10 minutes is long. I'm off. And I've slept. Now, of course, people say, you should not sleep to the extent that when something is happening around you, you won't know. See, when the important things happen, I know. That is honestly, people are always like, how are you like this? When important things happen in the night, I hear them all. But that a dog is barking, my sister, I'm sleeping. And I don't hear such things. I don't hear such things. I sleep. My sleep is deep. I sleep well. If I sleep for 2 hours and wake up, that 2 hours is quality. So it's not about quantity of sleep. is quality of sleep. So get quality sleep. Let's not argue about 8 hours, 7 hours, 6 hours, 4 hours. The 4 hours of sleep you get, is it quality 4 hours? I've had situations where I had to probably stay up late at night doing something important, not the one I stay up and watch television. That one doesn't count. But that I had something that I had to do, very important, and I stayed up late and did it. And probably then just got like 2 hours of sleep. I wake up the next morning ready to go. 2 hours. I've even not had sleep, truly, except like 30 minutes. There's this program we used to attend then, 7 nights, a program, 7 nights of intimacy. And the first one, I was like, how do you have night vigil 7 nights in a row and you're going to work? How do you do it? How does it work? So the first one, I was like, well, okay, let me try it. But I also, this is also a spiritual exercise. It's not just a physical exercise. Like this particular example I'm giving now. But I told myself and I told God that I will not do these 7 nights and then go to the office and be sleeping. It's not going to work. So I don't know how you're going to do it. If it's 30 minutes I sleep, that 30 minutes has to do. And for the period of these 7 nights, if they tell you that I did not sleep in the night, by the time you see me in the office, you won't believe. At most 30 minutes after the program ends, I sleep before I go home, have my bath and go to work. If you see me in the office and they tell you that I did not sleep in the night, you will not believe it. It's until the last day of that program, that is when the whole sleep comes. Now, aside from that, now this is a spiritual exercise, as I said, and I had discussed with my father, and we had decided this is how this program is going to go. Aside from that, if I had something to do in the night and something important, remember I said it's not that I'm watching television, that does not count. But I have something really important I had to do, and I had to do it throughout the night, and I get 2 hours of sleep. When I wake up, that 2 hours is quality sleep. When I wake up, my body is ready to go. But if I watch television throughout the night and get 2 hours of sleep, you will know. It's not as if you would know, because I wasn't doing anything reasonable. I was just being silly. Choices. But anytime I sleep, hear me, anytime, 5 minutes, 10 minutes nap, 1 hour nap, 2 hours sleep, 8 hours sleep, quality sleep. Quality sleep. So get quality sleep. Learn how to lie down. The Bible even tells us he giveth his beloved sleep. Lie down and allow him to give you sleep. Please get quality sleep. Yes, get quality sleep. It will help you. Your brain rests. I know some people that sleep and their brain is active. They're not really sleeping. No. Now, when I say your brain is active, doesn't mean I'm not saying that when you sleep you become, brain dead. No. But I know people that as they are sleeping, they are thinking about their day. Mm-mm. The only activity that I believe is essential while you're sleeping is interactions with heaven. Not the one you're thinking about your problems. Does it help? Does it solve the problem for you? Unless when you think you come up with solutions, though. But if it's just to think about your problems and then in the morning you continue having the problems, what was the aim? Why waste that precious sleep? Precious. So have quality sleep. Quality sleep, not just quantity of sleep. Have quality sleep. Then exercise is the next pillar. Exercise. When we hear exercise, we think of going to the gym. It's not about going to the gym. Oh. It's about keeping this body moving. Our bodies were not meant to stay in one place. That's why God gave us legs. Our bodies were meant to be in motion. So be in motion. Walk about. If you're sitting in the office, I remember that my office people used to wonder if I have a problem, as in, I don't know how to stay in one place. Because no matter how serious my work is, it doesn't matter how serious, I must find time to stand up from my chair, walk around. Even if it's just to go to somebody else's office, walk to your office and walk back to my, I must move around during the day. I cannot sit from that time I get to the office, say 8 o'clock, then I'm sitting at my chair till maybe break time, if I even take the break. Then I move from my office to the maybe cafeteria, sit down, eat, get up, go back to my table, sit down, walk. No, within that 8 hours I am in that place, I have to find time to move around. I do it intentionally. The last place I worked, we had stairs to the offices up. So I would get up from my seat, walk up those stairs. There's a bathroom downstairs. Oh, there's a bathroom downstairs. Let me, so that you understand what I'm saying. But I would rather go up and use the bathroom upstairs. Initially, people were like, what is wrong with this woman? Does she not know that there's a bathroom right beside her office, actually? But it wasn't about the need to use the bathroom. It was about the need to be active, to be moving. So find opportunities to walk around throughout your day. You can see that I've not talked about going to the gym. I've not talked about doing push-ups, pull-ups. I've not talked about running. Just walk. If you can do 30 minutes walk in the morning before you start your day, good. Perfect. Excellent. If you can do it in the evening, good. But find 30 minutes somewhere to move around. We were created to be in motion. Be in motion. Do some exercise. Walk around. And the last pillar, according to health practitioners, is mindfulness. Mindfulness. And we've talked about mindfulness several times on growth habits. We've spoken about being mindful, meditation, those things. Practice them. Practice giving thought to things, thinking about things, but not worrying about things. There's a difference. There's a difference. Yeah, find opportunities to be active during your day. Find them. They exist. It's because you have not looked that you have not seen. I hear people, oh, I'm so busy, I can't get in. It's not true. You can get in 30 minutes combined somewhere. Find the opportunities. Okay, I gave the example. So mindfulness, meditate. Take time to just sit, listen to music. Take time to just sit and appreciate God and appreciate nature. This one is hard for us. I don't know whether it's Africans or Nigerians appreciating nature, but find time. Sit outside, stare at the sky. Just stare at the sky. And in time, you will find yourself marveling at how is this sky hanging up there? How are these clouds floating? Think on those things. Just allow your mind to go. Mindfulness. Meditate. For a Christian, meditate on scripture. Think on the things your father has told you. Think on what does this really mean? I don't like to call it Bible study because it's not a Bible study. It's called Journey into Scriptures. And we pick either a portion of the Bible, a character in the Bible, and we read about the person. And one thing I insist on during this journey into scripture. The name is important. During this journey into scripture, one thing I insist on is one, you have to read the portion we are reading more than one version of the Bible. You can't just read King James and that's all. Mm-mm. You will read King James, you will read another, minimum two versions. Read the same passage and then ponder on it. Let questions come up in your head. You know, we are so afraid to question things. But in the process of allowing questions to rise up in your head, answers also rise up. In the process of pondering on what was written, we find solutions we never knew about. So don't be afraid to ponder on things. This is not the same as worrying about things. It's not about the same thing as worrying about things. Many of us, we worry about things. We expend, and waste mental energy on something you cannot change. Why? Why? When you can spend that same time being mindful, meditating, allowing your spirit to commune with the spirit, and you get solutions. Why would you waste that time worrying? Just, filling your head with thoughts that are not going anywhere. Mindfulness. See, when you practice mindfulness, meditation, listening to music, appreciating nature, just sitting still, when you practice these things, it affects your health also. It affects your physical health also. Because a mind that is at rest translates to a body that is also at rest. So practice mindfulness. So I've talked about health and wellness, general introduction to health and wellness. Next week, somebody is going to come and they are going to deal with healing. Because I know many of us, we lose our healing because we don't do the next thing. If it's to heal, God does not have a problem with healing us. So he has no problem with it. It's not a hard thing for him to do. It's not. It's very easy for him to heal. The Bible calls it the children's bread. It's the simplest of things he can do. So he does it, and he does it freely. In fact, he has done it himself, not even being not right in saying he will do, or he has done it already. He has healed. The provision for illness has been released already. He's not releasing another fresh one. He has done it in Christ. It is done. It is settled. It's for you to receive it. But many of us, we receive, and then we go back to the life that affects the physical body in the negative. And we say God did not heal us. So next week, we're going to start with someone talking to us about healing. Then we'll move on to talk about exercise. Then we'll go on and talk about our mental health and occupational health. And then we'll move on from there. So I welcome you to this series on health and wellness, on growth habits. I believe, and I want to believe, that we will gain a lot from it. We will be able to come out of this series more intentional about this temple that God has given to us. There's something that has changed also the way I look at health and wellness, is the understanding that my body is truly a temple carrying God. If truly, I'm using if on purpose, if truly this body here is a temple carrying God, should I not treat the body better? If I honor God, should I not also take good care of what is carrying him? That has helped me make some changes in life that maybe ordinarily I wouldn't have thought to make. So health, I repeat, let me go back to the World Health Organization definition of health, even as I conclude this afternoon. Health, according to the World Health Organization, is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. Not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. Welcome, Pastor Lattis. Glad that you joined us this afternoon. That is health. And wellness, on the other hand, is an active process through which people become aware of and make choices toward a more successful existence. An active process through which people become aware of and make choices toward a more successful existence. I hope I've been able to help us this afternoon to have an understanding of what health and wellness is about. To understand that it's a choice that we make, especially our wellness. Our health can be affected by external factors, truth. Because there are some sicknesses that are born in our DNA, maybe because of who our parents were and all that, yes. But our wellness is a choice, is a decision we make, is the things we do every day, is the activities of our daily life, is the decisions we make every single day to live lives that are full, to live lives that are successful, to live lives that promote good things. Thank you all for joining me once again this afternoon. This is Growth Habits with Ngozi, and I am your personal guide on the journey of growth. And as part of this health and wellness month, I would encourage each and everyone, make an intentional effort to do 30 minutes physical activity every day. We can turn it to a challenge if we want, if we, choose, and, we challenge ourselves. You post what activity you did. I post what activity I did. If we choose, if that will help us, we can do that. If that will help us, we can truly do that. But the decision to be healthy is ours. It's ours. To live lives full, the decision is ours. It doesn't belong to any other person. So choose to be well. Choose to live a life that is full. Choose to live a life that is successful in all ramifications. Choose to experience wellness in your life every day. Thank you for joining me once again. Hope you have an awesome day today, and that you join me next week right here on Facebook Live when we will talk about healing. Like I said, I'm bringing a special guest. I will not tell us who it is now, but I want you to know that if you want to experience healing, just be here next week. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter the name of the sickness, the name of the disease. Like this person, he used to say that cancer and catarrh, they both start with CO. They both start with C. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. CO, cancer, C, catarrh, all the same. So whichever one will be taken care of. All right, so make sure you are here next week. and be part of that. For the rest of the month, we are going to be talking about health and wellness. Make sure you're here every Tuesday. Yes, I have to also mention, I had told us that by next week, we'll go back to our 12 o'clock time, but next week we'll still do 2 o'clock. Please bear with me. After next week, we'll go back to our 12 o'clock time slot. So please bear with me for next week. We will still be here by 2 p.m. 2 p.m. But after next week, we go back to our 12 o'clock time slot here on Facebook. Remember, please follow us on YouTube, share with your friends. It's when we are receiving something and we are benefiting, we need to learn to share it with others. So share with others, share this Facebook page, share our Facebook group, Growth Habits with Ngozi, share our Instagram page, Growth Habits with Ngozi, TikTok, Growth Habits with Ngozi, YouTube, Growth Habits with Ngozi. These sessions are downloaded and posted on that YouTube page. So in case someone is not on Facebook and they could not access this session, they can get it on the YouTube page. So please share everywhere. Share to everyone you know. Let people know that we are doing something here. And we're also working on, this one is still, in the works. We're also working on trying to get a podcast. Will let us know how far that goes. That is still in infancy, but by the grace of God, we will work it out, and we will also have a podcast. Might not follow this same pattern, but I don't know yet. Truly, I don't know the details yet, but we are working on these things, because this gospel of growth has to go everywhere. It must reach the entire world. This gospel, this particular good news I'm sharing about growth in every aspect of our lives, it will get to the very ends of the earth. Yes, drink water and mind your business, my sister. You will be too busy to get into people's businesses. Drink water, plenty of it. Thank you all so much once again for joining me. See you next week, Tuesday, right here on Growth Habits with Ngozi. Same time, 2 p.m. Please remember, next week is also 2 p.m. But from upper week, we go back to our 12 noon time slot. Thank you for joining me, and have an awesome day. Bye.